What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We're back now working on the engine. Got the small block, getting it back to going together. All these parts here that you can barely see, everything's here. Got to take the crank and rods, pistons, and all that stuff. We got to get that crank balanced, since I do have to have new rods, new pistons, and all that. So I'm gonna bring you guys along. I've got my really fancy ring filing tool here. I'll let you see this for just a second. Let's see here. Yeah, just a bench grinder. I know I'll get a bunch of crap for that, but it is what it is. I've got the block here. I've got everything going as far as all the vent tubes. I'm trying something different this time. I got screens in here. Everything's bored, line hone. I've got studs in the bottom here, as you see. I've got head studs this time. I've got head studs. Here's the new pistons right here. I'll bring them out and show you here. Just gotta do this one-handed. That's them. Nothing much. Just a little dome on there, as you see. It's got a little knot on it. It's very similar to my last setup. What else? Same cam, same everything else. I'll show you the reason why I'm having to do all this. Good times, good times. So when this thing let go, when one of the valve springs let go, yeah, she got chewed up, and also she's got a little bit of a bend in her. Crank turned out good. Everything else, I mean, all the rest of the pistons, everything else was fine. All the other pistons were good. Cam's good. All the valve train stuff was okay. I did bend a push rod, so I got a set of those coming. I'm gonna get away from the 1.6 rockers. I'm going with a set of 1.5s. The 1.6, they just, as you can see here, they get really close to the piston, and I had to have these pistons cut. Here, let's see if you can see here, if I can show you. So I had to have an extra cut right here. You see that little step after this step here? Had to have them cut just to get that minimum clearance that I needed. And it looked like I was gonna need that again. So to keep from wasting more time, I'm already on a time crunch as it is. I'm just gonna go 1.5 rockers, stick it together, and see what it does. It should be very similar to my last setup. Maybe a little slower, but at least it'll get me going. I'm just so ready to get this thing going here. It's driving me crazy. I think I've got a pretty decent block here. It did have everything done to it, basically. I've had it decked. I've had new cam bearings, new freeze plugs. All the freeze plugs are new. All new bearings, rings, everything. That's what I'm doing now. Is, as you can see here, I'm gapping the rings. So I'll bring you guys along for the ride, and let's start gapping some rings. All right, so you saw me do that, filing those rings. Basically what I do is I take a ring and I file one side of it there, and take my file here and actually put a chamfer on both ends here. Because when you file these things, you want it to be perfect. You want, whenever you come to this, you want it to be a uniform fit. I can't squeeze it perfectly. You want it to be a really uniform fit when it comes, if it comes to touching each other. So basically, as you can see here, you guys are gonna say I'm doing this wrong. I already know it. This is the way I've been doing it for a long time, and I know my grandfather's been doing it even longer. We take an old piston, set it in the hole upside down, the right bore, obviously. This is out of the last engine. You want to spin it and get it all the way even around. You'll set it in there because you want it to be the depth in here. You want it to come down in here because there can be some distortion in the cylinder. And your rings really aren't going to come up this high anyways, you know. So take it, I file it, and then I check it right there, just like that. As you see, that's a absolute, let's see if I can get you on this side, absolute perfect fit. I mean, it's perfect. So that's the way I do it. And I do it with just a old bench grinder. It's always worked for me. I've never, ever had one smoking. I say that now. You guys are going to call me out if this thing starts smoking. I already know it. No, it's just the way I've always done it. Just always do with what you got. We've never had to have any kind of fancy filing ring tool. I mean, it works. And as long as you obviously make it line up evenly here and make it chamfered where it doesn't touch the cylinder wall, it works. I think a lot of those tools do help. They probably do make it quicker. And it is easier. I mean, it really is. But to me, this is what I've got. This is what I got to work with. I'm going to finish filing the rest of the 7 rings that I have here to do. And then it's on to the machine shop. Take this thing to the machine shop. Actually, the crank will go. The crank and rods, pistons, obviously, like I said before. Get everything balanced and hoping to get that back by the weekend. Start putting this thing together. Get it in the car. Put the trans in the car. I've got the trans is freshened here. It's all fresh to go. All new parts in it as well. And then it'll be go time. I got to find somewhere to test. We got to find somewhere to test this thing. We just put the engine in JJ's truck, and actually just had to take the transmission back out of this thing because when he went to go start this thing up, it kicked back and chewed some teeth off. So the trans is out at the moment. Transmission's out of it. It's right here. Trying to get a flywheel for it. And then we'll get that one back going again. It's running. Everything works on it. I built the trans in it. It goes in forward and reverse. That's about all you can ask. Went through the rear end. Got everything set up here. So engine's in, running, cranks. It sounds really good. Put a new steering box on it. It needed a new steering box. So I put a fresh unit in here. This is a brand new steering box with a new pitman arm here, because the box that was on it had, I don't know what splines it was, but anyways, put a new steering box in there. Now steering's really good and tight. Greased everything up front. It needed that. It needed some attention in the steering. Sounds like we're probably going to go with tubular control arms, because it's still stock stuff. I mean, it's pretty worn out. So sounds like we're going to go that route. And yeah, I'm ready to have this one running. This one right here. It's been almost a year. It'll be a year in April that this thing has not ran. So I'm going to get back onto this, get this going, and I'll show you guys an update after I get everything going. I'll give you guys an update. Thank you. Thank you for watching. And hit that like button. Tell me what you want to see. Tell me what you don't want to see. Tell me what you're tired of seeing. Are you tired of me talking? Are you tired of seeing my ugly face? I plan to bring some more in-car views for you. I plan to bring at-track coverage. I'm trying, guys. I really am. I got me a new phone. I got the new iPhone 14 Pro. As you can see, the video is really clear. It looks to me on the phone, obviously. It's got a nice little blurred background, so I show up better. You don't get to see my clutter. It's a little cluttered. But, so, hopefully I can bring you guys some better content, some better viewing, and just get to see our ride for the year. I mean, it's going to be wild. We're starting out at Gulfport Dragway. In March. I think it's like second weekend in March. Going to the Foot Brake 150. And I am excited. I'm excited. I had a great time last year. Covered the tab. It was awesome. And I always said I'm not going to miss that race again. Being down there at the beach. We're staying at the casino. Hopefully I can walk through the casino without stopping in. Make a little deposit. But yeah. Guys, like, subscribe, share it. Please, I need to get some of this out here. I need some support from you guys to show that you guys like seeing this. I get a little bit of support on my TikTok and stuff. Everybody loves seeing all that stuff. I plan to do more. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate you.